did you actually consider
No.
being that voice of Monday Night Raw, or was there like, you know what, I'm going to stay in the UFC because of what we built so far?
The way you just phrased that is perfect. Is perfect, because the first part of it is yes, because I'm a Hulk Hogan guy, man. I'm a Gene Okerlund guy. Mean Gene. I'll tell you what, Mean Gene. And Mean Gene's son is a hockey player, and as you well know, we've talked about it before. My DNA is hockey. I mean, Todd Okerlund played on the 1984 U.S. Olympic hockey team. I was a huge fan. We all put in our $5 to watch WrestleMania, back when I was in college, the first ever WrestleMania. So I was very honored by the offer from the WWE. But the second part of what you just said nails perfectly what my emotions were at the time. And that was this boat that was out in all this tumultuous water, and we had no idea what we were doing. And for a while, the boat wasn't really that nice, was about to find an island, and there was a chance that island could be pretty nice. And I have relationships. I was with Brucey. He was my producer. A lot of friends in the UFC. I've been there a long time. And that was the ultimate reason, no pun intended, is that I was established with the UFC. I did feel as, part of a family, because we were very much a tight-knit family at the time. And I wanted to see where the voyage was going to go. And thus I ended up, staying with the UFC. I straight out talked to Lorenzo and Dana. It was never a secret. I told them what the UFC was offering. And it's funny, looking way back, Dana did the math real quickly. He's like, oh, hey, look, those numbers you're going to do 50 shows, Goldie. Get a calculator out, bro. They're not paying you more than us. And that it wasn't all about that, but I father 2 kids, you think about your future and your family and taking care of your babies. And 25, 22, they're still my babies. They always will be. So yeah, I'm very honored, but very much like you said, I wanted to see where the journey was going to continue. And Rogan was hilarious because we had a Monday Spike show, and I was to start the next Monday. And Joe the whole night kept saying, dude, you're not going to go do porn. You're not going to leave me and do porn, are you? And you look at Joe today, right? Like, come on. He's like, good. And Joe was very instrumental. Joe went up after that show. It was at the Hard Rock. And he went up to Dana and Lorenzo. They had a room on site because of the event. And he just said, I love working with Goldie. I don't want to work with some other schmo. Don't let him go. He's great at what he does, and we have a great relationship. Don't let him go. And I'll always be thankful to Joe for that. Always thankful for Joe for that, because it helped them. I think it helped to reinforce with my bosses at the UFC that, let's keep this guy here. Let's keep this guy here. Then I got a phone call from Vince McMahon. It's the one message I wish I would have saved. Mike, Vince McMahon, I think you owe Kevin an explanation on why you were so close to a deal and you pulled out at the last minute. Please give Kevin Dunn a call. And I was like, damn. And I played it for Dana. I don't think Dana was ever more proud of me than that moment, because he felt like he beat Vince, right? Vince tried to steal me and I stayed. I should have saved that message. It was, and that's not to be disrespectful to Vince McMahon. It was just kind of like, holy shit, that's Vince McMahon on my voicemail. And it was an interesting time, but ultimately I made the right decision.